Every character in Fate Tactics can equip one of 3 weapons, and many of these are hidden. I'll show you how to get every weapon for all the characters. Peony's weapons get unlocked just by playing through all the story missions. You get her Ragnarok Ice Spear after you collect the materials to fix the ice machine outside the bakery in Doro. The Earthshaker Earth Hammer unlocks after you clear out the enemies in the Dwarven Workshop, which is later in the main story. In general, all the other characters' weapons become available if you use that character often. For example, Chico gets the Electric Tide Leash when he unlocks Stormwolf in a mission to defeat Dr. Simon. This mission only becomes available after beating the Earth boss and by regularly using Chico to defeat enemies. His other weapon, the Cinderhund Harness, is a fire-based weapon which drops from the Barghest enemies in Grunhold. Payachin's River Charm Beam weapon unlocks during an early story mission. Again, make sure that you're using her often to catch all her quests. Her other weapon, the melee-based Ahtri's Crown, can only be unlocked if you manage to save Ruby during the Prison Break mission. At some later point, you'll see a mission in Doro saying Pichon requests your presence. This leads to a few missions that level up Payachin and causes her to briefly leave your party. Once you get Payachin back and after defeating the fire boss, you get another mission in which Ruby gives you some inside info on the enemies who killed Payachin's family. This mission will lead to your new weapon. After using Orowantus for a while, you'll get a mission in Doro which grants you Kim's Emerald Relic, which is an arcane element. Her other weapon is harder to get. Once you enter the battle with the 3 Gorgon sisters, you'll need to win the battle by knocking all 3 sisters out. Do not kill them or you'll miss this weapon. They'll give you some information on Izusa, which opens another mission that'll give you the Cursed Arrowhead, an ice element weapon with great range. Use Pichon often and you'll unlock 2 missions for him. Find his first weapon early on in Doro. This unlocks the Colonel's Mitt, a fire-based triple hit weapon, and this pairs well with the Ruinous Scroll, which reduces defense. Later on, in Rohan, you can assist Captain Runch to unlock the Hand Wraps, another wind-based melee weapon. Now use Erisolde often to unlock her 2 new weapons. Her repeater prizes movement over range and has no element, just like her basic gun. You can unlock this weapon near the middle of the game. Her third weapon is a bit more interesting. It's an earth element gun that fires 3 quick shots at once, but also does a little damage to you before each action. This self-damage also increases your ult bar, but just be careful since her encore will trigger the damage each time she initiates an action. The gun's called the Sorcerifle, and you can get it after defeating the Earth boss. To unlock Claudia's fire-based Doran Sidearm, keep cooking until you get a cutscene in which Claudia talks to Peony about Mount Alma near the middle of the game. Then select the Peony and Claudia Return Home mission once it's available. Claudia's third weapon is an arcane gun called Hand of the Occluded. It takes off 3 resistance and 2 apex per attack, and this includes her witch aura. This really helps versus bosses with a lot of apex. You unlock it by defeating the Wendigo late in the game. If you don't know how to unlock these next 3 secret characters, check out my other video where I show you how. Unlock Red's ice weapon, the Blue Eye Blade, by defeating enemies with his ult many times. After unlocking the Dwarven Workshop, you should see a mission where Red wants to use the Dwarven Workshop. His other weapon is a lightning-based sword called Grave Blade, which can still combo up close, but can also attack at range if you'd rather not be right next to the enemy. You can get it after the fire boss and after Red kills plenty of mobs with his ultimate. Tom's ice-based Truffle Shovel gives him more mobility, the Protector Weight skill, and a -10 defense attack. If you've been using Tom a lot, you should see a story mission later in the game where Tom wishes to sample the local cuisine in Rohan. His fire element Elven Cleaver can be found later after you've crossed the Dry Scar and unlocked Akaido. Again, you'll be looking for a mission Tom wishes to sample the local cuisine in Doro this time. Finally, all 3 of Matilda's weapons are unlocked as soon as you get her. Note that all 3 of her weapons are beam type, meaning they can pierce through enemies and attack in a line. Sub to find my content again. I make tons of easy guides and funny reviews.